Mitochondria are the second largest organelles in a cell after the nucleus. They possess an outer membrane, an inner membrane which forms folds known as cristae, an intermembrane space between these two membranes, and a matrix within the inner membrane. Cells can vary in the number of mitochondria that they possess, with more active cells possessing more, since the mitochondria generate the ATP, which will power the cell's activity. Liver cells, such as the cells of a turtle's liver pictured here, may possess more than 2,000 mitochondria per cell. In contrast, red blood cells lack mitochondria because they eject them during their formation in the bone marrow. Mitochondria are the sites where most of a cell's ATP is generated as foodstuffs are broken down. Not only does the Krebs cycle occur in the mitochondria, where the carbon from foodstuffs is converted to carbon dioxide over a series of steps, but also hydrogen from ingested foodstuffs is transported along proteins of an electron transport system in the inner membrane. Over the course of this transport, hydrogen ions are deposited in the intermembrane space while there are electrons in the matrix. When these two are allowed to join at special gates in the presence of oxygen, ADP plus P is united to make ATP. This is where most of a cell's energy will come from. Mitochondria actually possess their own chromosome, so the human genome not only includes the 46 chromosomes included in the nucleus, but also the small mitochondrial chromosome, of which a cell may have thousands of copies. Mutations in the mitochondrial chromosome have been associated with a number of genetic diseases and cancer. In addition to cellular respiration, mitochondria perform a number of other vital functions in cells. These include signaling, especially at the specialized regions of ER that contact mitochondria, the mitochondria-associated membranes, and also the programmed cell death or apoptosis. Mitochondria help cells destroy themselves, and this is not only a normal part of development, but also a defense mechanism against cells which have begun to behave abnormally as a way of preventing cancer. One of the events which gave rise to the eukaryotic cell was the endosymbiosis of a bacterial cell inside a larger cell, which would then lead to the relationship of the mitochondria providing energy for the larger cell in which it inhabited. The mitochondria within human cells still have a number of bacterial attributes, including the way they reproduce, the way they make proteins, and their sensitivity to antibiotics. This is why high levels of antibiotics are toxic to anyone, and those who are allergic to antibiotics have this reaction because their mitochondria resemble bacterial cells a bit more and therefore are more susceptible to the action of antibiotics which work against bacteria.